Hello there, and welcome back to Byzantium. The last time we messed a little bit around with Corfu and Crete, took those two provinces back. We also are more or less planning to screw over the Emperor Nationalists should they win this war more or less, and thus we'll be handing most of the lands over to Maria, I think, and we might even vassalize the remainder. But we will have to see how that goes. We also can now declare war on Genoa, thanks to the fact that they have kind of screwed themselves over since they're no longer in a alliance with the French, while we still are. Austria cancelled the military access. Genoa actually also insulted us. We have gotten imperial integrity back, good thing that, but it doesn't really matter at all. So we'll be keeping our, we'll be getting our troops in position, then we'll be declaring war. Hopefully we'll be able to vassalize Venice and perhaps even Milan and take Cremona back. If that is the end result of this war, I would be happy. It will bring me quite a lot over the diplomatic relations, but even so, we should be fine. I'll be focusing a little bit on admin tech. It was still far away from the next idea group though, so yeah, we'll have to see how we'll actually end up dealing with this. But for now, lacking a little bit of diplomatic power won't actually be an issue. We are actually integrating Croatia, and if needed, we can simply break the royal marriage with Poland. We're also trying to peacefully get these guys on my good side, and thus annexing them. Apparently these guys crossed our borders. That's rude. You have no cause here. So yeah, we'll be sending our guys then to screw them over, because I don't like when they don't know their place, so to speak. We'll have to go up on the maintenance, but even so, it's actually good because we need the maintenance high before we actually end up in a war with the Genoans. So I'll be preparing for that, and once it's all ready, I'll get back to you. I kind of love that they actually sent me an install, so I can actually use the show superiority to give me a ticking war score basically at once here. So with that, we'll be declaring war. I should potentially have gotten my navy a little bit better positioned, but it doesn't really matter. We'll be placing our men in their lands, and apparently they even have half the forces that I have, so this should be a very, very simple smash and grab, so to speak. But I'll be sending my guys to Mantua. I'll most likely be using these guys to siege, simply because of the fact that they it's cheaper really to have them siege rather than anyone else. And I apparently did a mistake there. Let's see here. You guys can go ahead, go to Ferrara and screw them over. You guys can land in Venetia, and that should put me in the driver's seat, I think. I want to keep my guys at home because I want my manpower to grow again. And also it seems that Styria will do the most of the sieging for me, so it's not really an issue that either. So yeah, we'll go ahead now, try and hunt down that army. Apparently I sent the wrong army to help out. Let's see if I can just get one unit out of that one. Will you guys join that one? Nope. They'll follow the biggest army, it seems. But as you can see, this war is virtually done. We'll be hunting down their armies and then starting sieges, and then we will basically have this one in the bag. We'll see what we'll do after that. As you can see, we can go for another idea. We also carpet siege basically all the lands that count here. I don't think the Pope will actually show up at all. So we'll go for the next idea, which is devoutness, and that'll give us a stability cost -10 Byzantine idea, and also a +1 tolerance of the true faith, which will help with basically every aspect. I'm still looking forward to getting this one to help missionary strength even further. Should help converting things along the line speed it pretty much up. We also still have the annoyances back in Corfu, and apparently they have ended up in Morea as well. I have no idea why they aren't actually walking into, as I said, or wanted to say, Albania, but I'm a little bit unsure now if killing off these guys will actually make it so that the Ottomans get their lands back. Wow, that was kind of unpredicted. That was kind of unexpected. But no, I can't actually walk through their lands. That's bullshit. But even so, we'll have to wait because I don't have the forces to actually fight that fleet. Still, the sieges are pretty much soon done. So we'll wait for them to end, then we'll go after those rebels. We won this war, but unfortunately I can't actually make vassals of everyone. As you can, no wait, there we go. As you can see, that's actually quite expensive to make vassals of either one. So I think I'll actually go for basically taking Venice as it is. Most even force them to release Savoy. That could potentially be a good move. It'll make them smaller, possible to vassalize later on. No idea what the cost will be right now. 178. So we also have to deal with hopefully boost Milan a little bit by taking these lands. Those rebels I think will actually become Milanese soldiers. So potentially they could go after Genoa right away. Even so, I will be able to live with this. France will hate me a little bit. Austria, Hungary, basically no one that's scary will hate me. Spain will actually get a -8. I don't get why, but still, we might be a rival or something. But I think, as I said, I'll go for this deal. And I will most likely then have to call Venice on my own, and that will be, yeah, frightfully expensive. So that will be what we'll have to do. I think I'll actually go for converting it first, then coring it later. We'll also go for WAF, or Wharf, which gives me a naval equipment factory, and also I can now build trade companies. So all in all, that's good. Apparently I still have to deal with these asshats, so to speak. Genoa left the military coalition against us, a little bit surprising. Also, apparently we lost Adern, not really that surprising. Well, I do this wrong every time, but even so, as you might imagine, the fact that we had that Adern was under siege for virtually forever has basically helped the fact that it now fell. But that doesn't matter as much as the fact that we now have to call Venice, and we'll probably also go for Austria pretty soon as well. So for now, we'll re-siege Achaia or Moria, and then we will go after Austria again. Apparently, I can also vassalize Bulgaria, and apparently I did some miscalculation here. As you can see, I will not be able to actually reach the 190 that's needed for the vassalization here. And apparently I also forgot the fact that we are not of the same religion. Bulgaria is actually Catholic, so I can actually vassalize them. And that'll actually be what I will be going for. We will probably break all relation with Tyrol then. They will most likely be our enemies, so to speak. So with that said, hopefully Austria will eat them again. We'll also break royal ties, I think, with... nope, declined. Or hopefully break royal ties by the Rhone with Tyrol first, then probably Poland later. If we can, though, it would be beneficial of us to actually get the... we probably won't. We have too little... I haven't actually put any thought into getting myself into the papacy or whatever it's called. So we'll have to see how this will actually play out. But for now, we'll most likely just have to sit by quietly and see what happens. Apparently, the Hungarians are kind of well, as far as I can say, they actually want to be a vassal of mine, since they actually sent me a insult just now. And thanks to the fact that I actually can see that there are Hungarian patriots here, I'll go for the vassalization right away. And with that, I also can well, as I want to say it, not bother with trying to get this back in Croatian hands. Also, Savoy could potentially be someone I could have vassalized. They're Protestant though, so that doesn't help. Bulgaria was a target, but I didn't realize they were the vassal of Poland. Just learned that this little icon is something that you should look for. With that said, we will most likely be going after Hungary right now. I also have, or should do, some kind of build up of my army. With that said, I will most likely build another mercenary army of at least, well, fair size, simply because of the fact that it will be necessary, it will be helpful to have a 12k extra mercenary army in the event of battles, and it will also protect me. I don't think I will go with too heavy losses by doing so either, so all in all, I will of course go with some losses, some rather heavy losses it seems, but even so I should be just fine. Especially in times of peace. As I said, I want to make sure that I have high manpower in the event of another attack or me attacking the Ottomans. If to give me an opportunity, I probably will. So we'll have to see how that turns out, but for now we will be declaring war on Hungary, Trier, Milan. Hopefully Milan will join in. I kind of doubt it, simply because of the fact that I just was in a war with them. So yeah, they didn't join in, and that is basically, as I said, as expected. But that doesn't really put a damper on anything here. We will be vassalizing these guys, I think, pretty easily. And once we have them vassalized, we are in a much better position. But the fact that I just declared war and created an extra army that actually won't be used, it's kind of bad of me. But I'll simply have to keep an eye on people now, and that should be basically it. I have no idea how lose 10 game will take the prestige, I think. On how we'll deal with Austria, England, Poland. Poland is actually scary because they have quite a lot of allies, among them the French. And I'm pretty sure if I declare war on Austria, the French will actually join in this time. So that means that I'll at least have some sort of ally to screw over the Poles with. But we'll be waiting for this war to end, then we will be declaring war on Poland. We'll be keeping all mercenary armies, except for this one. I believe I'll put it on sieging duties. And every all armies on the border here, we'll have them attack us. And hopefully we can have the French also help out. So as I said, we'll be dealing first with the... apparently someone wants to play. But yeah, we'll be dealing first with the Hungarians, then we'll be going after the... well, if you think a 2,000 man army actually can defeat this one, I would actually be kind of surprised, even with my low morale. But yeah, I'll be dealing with Hungary, and then we'll most likely go after the Austrians again. An upgrade in military technology is always good, and with this we have now artillery fire plus 0.4, artillery shock 0.1, and also we get some new artillery more or less. So basically just a cannon upgrade, so it's not really that important all in all. But it helps, I'll admit that. So what we'll be doing, as I said, is plan the attack on Austria, and apparently Austria has quite a big army here. So it'll be a little bit difficult, it'll be a little bit gambling really. It appears that they're still holy. No, they're not Holy Roman Emperors, so I'm a little bit surprised they actually have 29,000 men as a standing army. But even so, we should be fine. Hopefully I can get, or try to get the Ottomans to attack the Greek patriots, Hungarian patriots. I can always help them a little bit with cash. Yeah, well, I think we'll actually try to help the Hungarian patriots, because apparently the Ottomans have some sort of problems. They're actually running away. Their war with Muscovy. So yeah, that's good for us, I think. I have to wait for one of these guys to actually get home. I have no idea why I still have this guy in Bulgaria, seeing as I can't actually get him to do anything. We'll also upgrade our cannons, and once he's back, we'll be making peace with Hungary here. I'm pretty sure I could, yeah, I can vassalize them, and who will... Apparently people are getting pretty uppity with me because of vassalization and such. But even so, we should be just fine. Actually tempting to give this one to Croatia, since Croatia will actually be annexed by me pretty soon. So we'll go for that, or this peace deal, and I think that should be fair enough. With Hungary now, we are over our limits, I believe, by 1. And as soon as these guys have actually been annexed, that'll sort itself out, so it doesn't really matter. But for the time being, we kinda want to, I think, try to get some sort of planning out. I'm a little bit unsure myself what I want to do now, or how I should proceed. Milan left the militarization against us. Lost the Western Arms Trade. I have no idea why I actually had that in the first place, but even so, split this one in 2 to get them a little bit, so I actually get a little bit of extra armies. But with the amount of troops that the Austrians actually had, I'm a little bit inclined to not try and mess with them just now. We'll be waiting a little bit. Hopefully they'll break that alliance with Poland or something, and hopefully we can rely on France when the time for war actually comes. There has appeared some kind of, I don't know how to put it, a chance, I guess. I'm not a little bit unsure. Let's see here. France will actually join in on my side, and the other part here is that Poland is currently at war with France in this one. And as you can see, it's the exact same war, and I'm pretty sure that France and Poland are on the same side. So potentially by declaring war on Austria right now, I could put myself in a pretty good spot. So we'll be placing all my troops in Ukraine, these guys in Friuli, and by dragging France into this as well, I'm pretty sure that we'll succeed. If I'm lucky too, I won't actually have to deal with the Poland, the Poles, so to speak, because they are actually becoming a real problem here. They have Lithuania on their side, I believe, as you can see, a Postal Union, and they are likely they actually had it for over 50 years. So, but it hasn't been stable, it seems, so that's too bad for them. But even so, it's actually a Habsburg that's in charge here, so we'll have to see how that goes. But for now, the Ottomans also have some problems with the rebels that I'm currently helping. But even so, we should be just fine in the or just fine, assuming that we can start causing some trouble. I'm a little bit unsure if I get the spy guy, if he'll actually make so that there appears more rebels. But I want to do a little bit of check on military here. Armies, do a quick little look here. France has 101,000 men. We are in second place. We're basically equal with the Ottomans, but I don't want to mess with them just yet. It could potentially turn very, very bad, but also it could be very, very great if I simply build up my navy and block off the strait here. But how are the navy of the Ottomans? Let's see, Ottomans have 888, so basically I don't need that big a navy. Well, I might do, because I'm pretty sure the Ottomans are actually gaining military access from these guys. Let's see here. No, apparently they don't, so that's great. So what I might actually have to do here is build up my navy. I'm a little bit unsure what gives bonuses here, if it's galleys or light ships. I'll have to do a quick little check on that, but we'll most likely start building the fleet to block off the strait, and then hit the Ottomans hard and see if that helps. So with that said, we will be plotting a war on against Austria next time. Hopefully we can keep Poland out of it. If we can, I'll probably take big tracts of land, so to put it that way, and we'll have to see how it turns out then. But for now, we'll be plotting against. We should also plot to get Tyrol here into a war. Currently allied with the Palatinate, and I have no idea who they are actually allied with. I can't even find them on the map. There they are. Currently allied with the Pomerania and Tyrol. Yeah, so we'll have to see how that turns out. But this will be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. You know the drill. I'll see you around next time. Bye.